Hey, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. I just thought I'd have a bit of a chat to you today about trying to find the next property hotspot. And I'm actually in the process of writing up an article, just trying to, rather than actually just telling you where the next, suburb or the next area it is that's, gonna boom, I suppose. What I thought I'd do is actually teach you how to do it yourself. So I'm in the process of writing up an article at the moment. I just thought I'd get on here quickly. Obviously, if it's something you're interested in, click on the like button. I really appreciate that. And obviously, if you know someone that's interested in property or investing or developing or whatever, then click on the share button because I'm sure they'll get some use out of it as well. So what I want to talk about is the thing to understand. It's important to understand it's not just what's going to boom next or trying to pick the market. I suppose really when you are investing in property, it should really be a blend between short-term investing as well as long-term investing. And I suppose if you don't know what I mean by that, then long-term investment's really just buying and holding, is hanging on to and waiting for the market to go up. So when you're looking at doing a long-term investment, that's really going to be determined by supply and demand. So really, if lots of people want to buy there and there's not a lot of supply, then over time the market's going to go up. We don't necessarily know when it's going to go up, but at some point in time it's going to go up. Likewise, if there's not a lot of demand, a lot of supply, we probably know the market's not going to go up particularly quickly, or it might even go down. So that's long-term investing. The other thing we're talking about is short-term investing, and that might be actually creating value in the property. So that might be renovating, or might be buying a block of land and building that can create some value, or it might just be buying a property and subdividing, or doing a development, or a combination of all these things. You might buy an old house, subdivide it, renovate the house, sell that off, and then build a house at the back, or sell the land off at the back, or whatever. So, thing to understand, if you really want to be successful at property, you should be doing a mixture of both these, because the benefit of that is I suppose it gives you a safety net. If you're creating value in your development as well, then regardless of what the market's doing, you're making money. But then on top of that, if the market goes up, it's like a bit of a bonus. And so there's a whole pile of benefits to hanging on to property for the long term. There's a whole pile of tax benefits as well as things like depreciation, a whole pile of other different things. And obviously you've got the fact that when you hold a property, when you're buying and selling properties all the time, it can be quite expensive. So you don't really want to be buying and selling too often, because every time you sell, you got to pay real estate agent fees, and every time you buy, you got to pay stamp duties. So the less you can buy and sell, the better, really, because straight away you're saving yourself money. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you understand why it is a bit of a thing that people don't necessarily understand is when you're looking at the best place to buy and the best next property hotspot, it's a combination of not only investing for the long term, trying to pick the market, pick supply and demand sort of factors, but also it's looking at those short term factors. The property itself. I don't know if anyone knows about economics. So, really when they're looking at the long term, that's macroeconomics. And when you're looking at the short term, that's really microeconomics. So what I'm in the property sense, macroeconomics is supply and demand and what the market's going to do. Microeconomics is actually what that individual property is going to do. So that's what I want to have a talk about today. And that's what I want to write my article about. And so if it makes sense and if you want to hear more about it, then click on the like button. If you think someone else might be interested in finding out about it, then click on the share button as well. What I've actually done is I've created a link down the bottom there. You'll see on this post. You click on that link, that will allow you to register. And then if you are interested in finding out the article when I put it all together, and you'll be the first on the list to get a copy. What I'd really appreciate too is if you've got particular questions or something else you want to talk about, or you want me to mention when I'm writing my article, then put a comment in the comment box. I really want to know. Where is it that you struggle trying to find, a good place to invest? Is it the long-term investment or is it the short-term investment, trying to create value in the property? Or is it more just about, what's the market going to do and how do I try and pick the market? So put some comments in the comments box. I really appreciate it. Click like on the video if you liked it. Click share if you think there's someone else out there that might get some use out of it. And obviously, put some comments in there now. I'm happy to try and respond and give you some feedback and try and give you as many tips as I can. So click on the link, get a copy of my article, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye for now.